everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah, and in today's video we're going to continue market prepping together, but then we're also going to get tagging. Obviously the minis aren't going to be tagged. That would be crazy if I went and tagged every single one of these little guys. If you're new here, these are my minis bins, so I sell them at a little bit of a deal. So I originally used to sell them for $6 each or 2 for $10, but for this next event I'm going to be charging $7 each or 2 for $12. Just because they sold so quickly last time, but also because they do take quite a bit of time. They're really nice, they're super soft, and I mean, they're really nice quality, and so it is worth it for me to charge a little bit more, even if that means I might lose a few sales. In this bin I have a bunch of just random stuff. In here I have sea creatures, and then everything else is in this bin here. So I got possums, turtles, ghosts, a bunch of stuff like that. But in this bin, I'm going to put the rest of my octopi because I finished them this morning. So let me grab them and we can toss them in here. Here they all are. I have a dark blue one with gray eyes, dark green, dark purple, a red one. I have this very bright pink one, and then this purple one, a couple of other pink ones with speckles, and then a purple, a blue, and a green one. There we go. The octopi are all finished. I've got 19 in here. That's all the colors of Skinny Chanel and Petite Pearl. It looks a lot more full now. That's awesome to see. So the darker colors in here are very nice, kind of drown out that white, because the bin was looking very white for a minute there, but that is looking pretty good to me. So now I just have to finish the jellyfish. Let me see if I can find one in here. This is one jellyfish. I need to finish 12 more. So I already have all the caps made. They just need their white tentacles and their eyes. And then the other item I'm working on is the whale. So I have all of the whales started as well. They just need their white and their eyes as well. I get that done this week, so the minis will be finished. I did originally plan to make more minis, but we are out of time. The event is October. We're leaving on the 2nd, but it's on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, which means this is my last week to do anything. Tag, make signs, and crochet anything. I'm a little nervous saying that stuff out loud because it's kind of making it seem very real that the event is a little over a week out at this point. We are going to get everything finished for sure. I'm going to recruit my siblings and they're going to help me with tags. They're going to help me cut them out and prep them and everything. We'll go through, we'll clean everything with the sticky roller, make sure everything is just completely ready so I don't have to do it at the event. I'm nervous but very excited, and I'm just going to be taking lots and lots of deep breaths this next week. That is the mini update. They are super cute. This bin is looking much better with those 12 octos in it, and it will look a lot more full with the other 24 that are going to be in here, and hopefully it'll look a little closer to this bin. I'm gonna see you soon. I'm not quite sure exactly what's gonna happen, when I'm gonna get tagging this week at least. Maybe I'll start tomorrow. I did calculate how many sheets I need to print out and cut, so I'm gonna play it safe and do around 300 tags. I believe I have about 250 items I want to tag. It's going to be more than that now, so I'm going to print out enough sheets to make 300, which I believe is 19 sheets of paper. I don't know if we have enough printer ink, so I will have to figure that out, but excited. I'm glad I did that calculation. I also redid the tags a little bit. If you haven't seen them, these are what my tags look like originally, and what I'm doing now is, first of all, I'm taking away wool. I'm going to leave the checkbox in case any of the materials aren't actually on here, and then I'm going to be taking away the eBay link and just doing my YouTube and Instagram. People can find my links through there anyways, so it's a little bit easier and a little cleaner. And then I'll probably change the verse to match my business cards. We're gonna tackle that in a little bit. I got some things to work on and places to be, so I'm gonna do that first, but then we'll get into tag making sometime this week. And I'm not going to procrastinate too long on it, because the longer I procrastinate, the more stressed out I'm going to be. So we don't want that. I have plenty of time to tag, so we're just going to do it. I just finished making the signs for my event. So I have this one here, which is a sign for my links. I think that's pretty obvious. It's got my name on there. And then the next one I have is see a pattern you like. Most of these patterns are my own. Scan below for the links. And then I have the same QR code to my link tree. I have a custom order sign, which I'm not quite sure if it will be out or not, but I just want to have it on hand. And then some disclaimers, which I think are cute, but we might still be working them out. Those are the 4 signs I have. I just bought these plastic holders from Walmart. They're pretty cheap, so that's what I have purchased those for. And then I have the string here I'll be using for my tags. It's a pretty small string, so it should be a little bit easier to get it onto the plushie. I have the cutting board here, and then I have the tag sheet. Let me grab that real quick. So here's my sheet of tags. We have the front with just my Instagram handle, my YouTube handle, and the name of my business, and then on the back we have price, materials, and spot clean only. I left that little bottom one blank in case the materials are something different, but this was a test sheet, so things sit a little weird on this one, but I fixed it for the next ones. And then I'm going to take all of this stuff downstairs and we're going to get started on chopping the tags up. Here are all the bins I have left. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's also one on my ottoman. Over 180 items left to tag, which is crazy amount. I'm gonna tackle that tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is throw this all back onto the wall it originally was at and pretend like it doesn't exist until tomorrow morning. Tonight I'm going to finish the whales I was working on. Let me show you them. Here they are right here. So I have 12 and they just need their eyes, so that's what I do tonight. And then I'm going to put them in the mini bin and we're going to see how full it looks once these guys are finished. Morning everyone, I have finished the whales. I finished them last night. So they all have their eyes, if it'll focus. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put them in their bin. They're super cute. They're all finished. So there's 12 of them in a bunch of different colors. And now the mini bin is looking a little bit more full. I just have 9 jellyfish left to finish. Technically 12. Then hopefully it will be full enough. I'm hoping to get this a little more full, but I mean, there's nothing else I can really do at this point except finish the jellyfish and then be done. I don't know, hopefully it looks full enough to at least last the first day. I mean, just compared to this bin, it's a lot less full, but I don't know. I think it's fine. It could be better, but it's fine. I'm going to finish the rest of the jellyfish hopefully today and be done with that. And then I do want to work on some unicorns or dragons because I never finished the ones I wanted to make, and I think the dragons will sell well. At my last event, I believe I had 6 or 7, maybe even a couple more, and they all sold day 1. It's not the same event and it's not the same location, so that might be a bit of a difference. I don't know necessarily how much better they're gonna sell, but they're super cute, so I will probably get started on that. And today's Wednesday, so I do have a few more days to make some more stuff if I can. And also I'm going to finish tagging all my stuff later today, but for now I'm just going to finish these jellyfish and hopefully finish that this morning. has been a day, at least, since I talked last. So a couple of things. One, I finished tagging everything. So everything has their tags except for that one, which is new. I just finished that one. But the dragons, if anyone's curious, I'm charging $34. And I'm not going to do the back spikes on some of them. I'm going to see. I think they look pretty cute without them. So I'm omitting that extra step to try and make these a little faster. But I finished tagging everything that I wanted to tag. I also did a mock setup just to test the tablecloths. I had to make sure that they fit the table and also make sure I had enough and that I liked the look. So that's the other thing I did. And then I started making these dragons. So I made this one last night. This is a dark green. The lighting isn't very good right now, but it's very pretty in real life. And then I just now finished this pink one and pink and gray one, which I think is really cute. This specific skein of this pink yarn was evil and shed like crazy. That was tedious and annoying, but it worked out pretty cute. I think in the future I might try and release a no-sew or low-sew version of this pattern, because with these two what I did was actually crochet the limbs on as I worked the body, and then I just reinforced them with their ends. Basically placement was already established. I just made sure they were nice and secure, and I kind of like the way that looks. I think the legs are small enough at the base that it looks fine putting them the other direction. Normally I would sew them straight across, but these ones are crocheted in the rounds, which I think is pretty cute. I think I might release a tutorial on how to do that, but we shall see. Those are your updates. I am going to work on some more dragons, probably another unicorn or two before the event. And then right now I'm just kind of trying to slow down a little bit and work on some normal life stuff and not so much crochet stuff, because I have plenty of items and rushing to make more it's just going to stress me out. So I have decided to just slowly work on some stuff that I didn't finish on my list, and whatever I can get done, that's what will happen. That is your update, and I'll probably see you in the morning or tomorrow at some point. It's currently chaos in here, but I pulled out this bin. It was on the bottom of my stuff and it had blankets in it. So I have this full-size blanket here, and then this is a scrappy blanket. It's also throw size. And then I also have one other blanket, which is this one here. That is throw size. It's really pretty, but it was a whole lot of work, and I don't think I'll ever actually be able to sell it. It's just something that I'm bringing with me just in case I want to put it out. It's a very expensive blanket because it's made out of very small yarn, and it was a whole lot of work. I have no guarantee that will ever sell, but I'm just going to bring it with me just in case. And then I have some baby blankets here. I've got these two made out of the Chanel yarn you get at Hobby Lobby. So these are the self-striping ombre yarn. I have two of those. Actually, I think I had 5 or 6 at my last event, so I guess I sold a few of those. And then I also have these velvet ones here. I have a pink one, blue one, and a purple one. Now, I think these don't sell as well because they're not as big as they probably should be. These are very specialty blankets, not really snuggle blankets for anyone bigger than a newborn. But they're super soft, so hopefully it will attract them some buyers. If I ever do decide to make baby blankets, I'll definitely make them bigger. That way I can charge a bit more. These ones I'm just charging 50 for. The problem with baby blankets is they take a long time, but they're also not hard to make like amigurumi is. You know, I don't necessarily have an issue with charging a little bit less than my hourly wage that I normally would charge. But I think in the future, if I were to continue making baby blankets, I'd do these ones. They can be a little bit bigger, and they are super soft. It's that super soft Chanel yarn. So I have enough yarn on hand to make one more of these, but I don't think I'm going to bother for this event. I'm just going to focus on the plushies, which I have a ton of. Just absolute crazy amount. So those are the blankets I have, though. I'm going to write them down real quick because I haven't written them down yet, and then I will pack them back up in here. I also have these little sheets that I'm going to put in with them if I remember, but they're just washing instructions, and they're pretty straightforward. Those will also be included in the bag if people purchase them. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday. I know it's been a few days since last time I checked in. A few of the things that I worked on while not recording for you guys, I made this orange dragon, and then I made a blue dragon. So I have a total of 10 dragons now, which is awesome. It's about the amount I wanted to start with anyway, so I'm glad I sat down and did them. Now, the other thing that I did was I actually made these no-sew. So this is Dahlia, my baby dragon. She's a free tutorial on my YouTube. But I crocheted a few of these no-sew, and I think I might release a new tutorial after this event showing you how to do the no-sew version. But I got 10 of those guys, and then the other thing I worked on were some kitties, so I made 2 more. I made this one here for pattern photos for this pattern, and then I also made this one last night, which I think is my personal favorite. Look at how cute. I love the color. It was very difficult to work with this yarn, but it was definitely worth it. I also found that I enjoyed this pattern a lot more when I just made solid color ones and didn't do any of that color work. Even for the feet and the nose, it just takes extra time. I took photos of all the kitties, and I just need to re-tag them because I had to take the tags off to do those photos. And then those guys will be all set. So I got 8 of them now, and they're all ready for the event once they get re-tagged. I did want to make a couple more cats, so doing the pattern photos was a good excuse to get some more of those done. Like I said, today is Sunday, so the event is, we're leaving Wednesday and it starts on Thursday. Tomorrow and Tuesday I'm just gonna be spending time working on some stuff if I can. Otherwise I'll probably just be relaxing. I'm gonna edit this video that you're watching now, and then I'm going to probably focus on packing stuff because that's the scariest part right now. But I'm going to show you the minis bin now that it's finished, and I feel like we need to dump it out to see it in all its glory. So let's go do that. Here are the bins. So this is the sea creature bin, and then this is everything else. So let's just do this. Oh, 1 chicken down. Here's every single mini that I've made over the last few months for this event. I have all different types, so most of these are free patterns on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen them yet. I'm pretty proud of this considering I started with nothing, which is generally how most people start. Last event I started with quite a few minis, so this one it feels good to just have a total reset and to do it all in skinny chenille, the super soft yarn, and it's just very exciting. I mean, look at them all. It's so nice to have a finished mini bin. So hopefully this will last the 3 days and will sell out too. If they start to sell well, I'll condense it down into 1 bin, and if people mix them up in the bins, it doesn't really matter. It's just to give me a little bit of a starting point on where to separate them by group. I want to make sure that everyone will be able to see, you know, the possums and the caterpillars and everything, so I think dividing them up that way is the best way to do it. That is the minis bin. I want to thank you all so much for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I know there wasn't as much talking as there normally is, but hopefully the music I put in this video will convince you to stay. And I mean, if you're listening to this, then you've obviously stayed. I just really appreciate your support, and the event is next week. I am a little nervous, but I think that is normal for anyone doing events to be nervous. But I'm gonna go ahead and film as much as I possibly can at the event when we're at the hotel because it's a 3-hour drive. It is going to be a lot, but I will definitely talk to you guys. I will film a breakdown. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get into the profits yet. Maybe talk a little bit about the expenses though, but I will definitely be taking you guys along, and hopefully the stuff that I have in the stash will go. I just have a lot of stuff and a lot of bins, and I am actually pretty happy with where I'm at. I know I said earlier that I wanted some other stuff done and I never got to it. You know what? I did get to it, and I didn't do as much as I wanted to, but I have absolutely plenty of stuff. Actually, I rewrote my list. So here is my new list. I rewrote it so that I could see things clearer because I wrote all over the other side. So this is all my obscure stuff here, extra large plushies here. I got some baby blankets here. And then on the other side I have my $10 to $15 items, my minis, and then my just staple Chanel stuff. So this is how I write my stuff down. I know that a lot of people use Excel sheets. I have always been the kind of person who likes writing it out. I just like I like to have it physically in my hands. But I have a total of 486 items and 711 counting the minis. I think the minis, you know, they're tiny, so they take less time. I don't know if they really count towards the item count, but the total inventory monetary value is close to 14,000. I have not counted a couple things like this flower throw because the likelihood of it selling is very low. So if I take into all the stuff that I haven't added in, we have about $14,000 worth of inventory, which is actually really huge. I get this issue where I get stuck in my own head, and I'm sure a lot of people do it, where you think it's never going to be good enough, but it is. You just have to take a step back and take a better perspective on it and really think about it. For me, I'm comparing this to my last event where I had maybe $8,000 worth of inventory, and this time I have close to double that, which is plenty of stuff. There's stuff I wanted to make more of. I couldn't get to everything, and that's how life works. So I will take it as it is. I'm very excited to see how this goes. I'm hoping that the traffic is as big as they claim it is. Supposedly the event draws in over 100,000 people, and the only thing that I think might be an issue is that we're going to be inside of a smaller church. Maybe people won't want to go into the church as much, maybe their advertising won't be up to par, or there won't be signs on the doors, or maybe the doors will be closed with blackout windows, that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that is not the case and it is a successful event and that lots and lots of people will come inside. I also hope it's not raining too hard because it's been storming pretty hard here, but it looks like it's going to slow down right before the event, which would be amazing and would be a blessing. So hopefully that happens. Like I said, thank you for watching the end of this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you and your support. Everyone who's purchased patterns, left comments, you guys are amazing. And I will see you in my next video. Hopefully it will be on time. I might need a break from the event, but for the most part it should be on time. Bye!